Hello artists, Mrs. Castle here, and we are going to talk about Autodesk Sketchbook and how to work with opacity and the size of your tool when you're working. It's changing that up will make changing both of those things up will make your work more interesting as you're going along. Anyway, so over here is your tool bar, where all your drawing tools, erasers, all of that are going to be. This top slider is size. It even says size right there. And this tool down here is opacity. Opacity is how see-through your tool is or how not see-through your tool is. So we're going to play with both of those things. I'm going to make my paper in here a little bit larger. I'm going to zoom it so that I can see a little bit better. I'm going to start with, and how I navigate, you can slide up and down to navigate several tools, but there's tons of tools. Look at all those tools. And you get those by tapping that little pen point with the little bar underneath it. I'm going to start with the basic pencil, the primary pencil first. Let's play with size first. I got to show you something else. There's another way besides these sliders to play with size and opacity. And it's called the double puck. It's this tool right here. There we go. That tool right there. You can get different colors by tapping that part, or you can change the size of your tool right there. I'm going to turn that off because, let me show you one more thing real quick. If I touch that and slide to the left, it's going to get smaller. If I slide to the right, it's going to get bigger. So depending on where you are, what you prefer, you can do that. Let's leave that there. Let's leave that tool there. I'm going to make my tool kind of bigger. So because if you get too small, it's really, really hard to see. So that's kind of a decent ordinary pencil line. So I'm going to, I'm going to make it a little bigger. And I'm going to try, I'm going to try a little bigger. And a little bigger. That's as big as it's going to get, 25. I'm going to leave it on 25 for right now, and I'm going to play with the opacity. This is what I have right here right now. That's full opacity. That's 100%. And I can make it less. Let's try 71%. Let's try 50%. Let's try 41%. Let's try 22. And let's try 6. Let's try 1. That's very hardly visible at all. So, but you kind of get an idea. And also, let's go back. If you draw different lines on top of each other, you can see how they kind of pile up and sort of collectively get darker. That may or may not happen with each tool, but for this primary pencil, that's the way that one works. So I'm going to scooch down a little bit, and let's try another one. Let's try this one, and it is called the fountain pen. Let's see how let's see how big the fountain pen will go. 20. Actually, let's move this over a little bit and be easier. 60 is as large as it will go. So it's that wide. So let's And let's make it a little smaller, 45, a little smaller, 26, 11. See how small we can get it to go. 9, 7, 6, 4, 3. And as you can see, it's automatically going to disappear if you mark through it, and then it'll pop back up. Let's see if we can get it. Let's try 1.5. That's pretty skinny, but that's kind of cool that you can get it so small and it's still visible. Our pencil isn't as visible as this is when you get it that small. Okay, so let's move that back out of the way. Let's try changing opacity, but oops, let's go back up a ways. Okay, let's try 52. So I'm going to be a little, we can see a clear difference. One. 2%. Let's see. Yeah, that's 2% is so light we about can't see it. I can see it a little bit right next to right there. What happened there? Okay. Anyway, maybe it made a dot that dark because I let it. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that tool. So I'm going to scooch down a little bit more because I've got some more room. Now let's go about there, and we don't want it quite as big as it was. When you are practicing this, playing with opacity and playing with size of the tool, so I want you to experiment with 5 or more tools. Oops. 5 or more tools. Okay. Then we need to save it, so I'm going to show you how to save it here in just a second. We're going to save it to downloads, and this is how you're going to do that. And I will make another video showing you how to save it in case you need to go back and look again later. So to save this, it will be automatically in your gallery, but we need to put it someplace else so we know where it is. So I'm going to click Share and Export. Share. And then JPEG will do better for practice things than when you get to final pieces. We're going to do best because we're going to blow it up if you decide to put it in the art show that will happen later. So better. Then we're going to say Sketchbook save to device, and then I click save, and it's going to save to downloads. So then we will know where it is. So thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.